Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar, the channel that cuts through the noise to bring you the most compelling updates on Iraq's financial journey. This is where whispers turn into real news and speculation becomes informed discussion. And today's headline is nothing short of explosive. Iraqi citizens told a new exchange rate is coming. Dinar revaluation confirmed by Baghdad. This isn't some random rumor floating around forums. This is a message coming straight from the top, delivered directly to the people of Iraq. That changes everything. For years, we've tracked this story together. We've dissected intel, debated reforms, and questioned timelines. But this new announcement takes the discussion to a whole new level. It signals that monetary reform, the one we've been waiting for, is no longer some distant dream. It's an immediate and actionable step. Baghdad is preparing its people, not just hinting at possibilities, but directly telling them to expect a new rate. That kind of transparency only comes when the mechanisms are in place and ready to go. Think about that for a second. A government does not casually announce to its citizens that a new exchange rate is coming. They don't risk panic, confusion, or misinformation unless everything is already lined up. This kind of message means the legislative groundwork is complete, the financial architecture is ready, and the gears of reform are already turning. What we are seeing is the bridge between speculation and reality. And make no mistake, this announcement is not just about managing markets or stabilizing auctions. This is about Iraq stepping into a sovereign, market-driven exchange rate that reflects its oil wealth, its economic growth, and its strategic importance in global energy. We are talking about a full recalibration of Iraq's financial identity. A move away from a controlled peg that was meant to stabilize post-conflict chaos and toward a robust, internationally recognized value that can stand tall on the global stage. What's striking here is the language being used. The terminology is identical to what analysts, insiders, and yes, even the so-called intel gurus have been pointing to for years. Terms like monetary reform, new exchange rate, international value, they are now showing up in official communication. That transforms speculation into confirmation. This isn't a whisper campaign anymore. It's official news. This step is monumental because it changes the playing field. No longer are we dealing with subtle hints or cryptic signals. Iraq has entered the phase of explicit confirmation. Their financial system is being recalibrated at its core, signaling to the world that they're ready to integrate fully into the international economy. And with that integration comes massive foreign investment opportunities, greater stability, and the end of the dual exchange rate system that's held the country back for too long. When a government tells its people a new exchange rate is coming, it's not just about numbers. It's a political statement. It's about confidence. It's about leadership. It shows that Iraq's leaders now believe their economic system is strong enough, transparent enough, and secure enough to weather the turbulence that revaluations often bring. They're saying to their citizens and the global community alike, we are ready. This shift in transparency is huge. For decades, Iraq has been criticized for opacity, for hiding details, for confusing both locals and international investors. Now, by speaking directly to citizens, they are building trust. And that trust is essential if Iraq wants to attract long-term foreign direct investment, the kind of money that builds infrastructure, diversifies the economy, and creates jobs outside of oil. The central bank's success in narrowing the gap between the official rate and the parallel market rate is a critical part of this story. That was one of the biggest prerequisites set by international bodies like the IMF and U.S. Treasury. And now, with that milestone essentially achieved, the road is open for the final leg of this journey. This is the last lap of a very long marathon. For Iraqi citizens, the impact is immediate and powerful. Their money is about to be worth more. Their purchasing power will increase. Imported goods will become cheaper. Inflation pressures should ease. This is not just a technical move. It's a social one. It improves daily life. It gives people hope. And that's why Baghdad is communicating this clearly. They want citizens prepared, educated and confident, not panicked or misled. For the global community, and especially for those holding dinar, the message couldn't be louder. This is the final countdown. All the legislative, financial, and communication groundwork is being laid rapidly. Typically, this type of public messaging is the very last move before the new rate appears on international Forex screens. And make no mistake, this isn't some wild gamble. Iraq has the fundamentals to back it up. Their oil exports are massive. Their non-oil sectors are growing. Their central bank has significant gold reserves. These anchors ensure that when the revaluation happens, it will be stable and sustainable. Here's the key distinction. This isn't a redenomination. If it were just dropping zeros off the currency, there would be no need for this level of national communication. That's a routine technical fix. What's coming is a revaluation, a true increase in value against global currencies. That's why citizens are being told directly. That's why preparations are so intense. Yes, we're still waiting for the exact rate, the official date, and the conversion mechanisms. But the fact that Baghdad has chosen to go public means those details are close. Very close. The machinery is in motion and it doesn't stop here. The next steps are measured in weeks, not years. Think of the logistics involved: recalibrating ATMs, updating banking software, printing new notes with enhanced security features, training staff. These are not small tasks, and the fact that officials are already preparing citizens suggests these final pieces are nearly complete. And beyond economics, there's a major geopolitical angle here. A stronger dinar means Iraq has greater independence from outside pressures. It reduces reliance on the US dollar. It gives Baghdad more leverage in negotiations with global powers. This isn't just about money, it's about sovereignty. By launching a stronger, internationally traded currency, Iraq is telling the world, we are not a weak state anymore. We are wealthy, stable, and capable of managing our own affairs. That message carries enormous weight across the Middle East and beyond. It's also worth noting the timing. This announcement aligns with broader regional stability efforts. Iraq is positioning itself as a central economic anchor, a reliable partner, and a rising power. And telling its citizens before telling foreign press outlets shows exactly where its priorities lie. With the Iraqi people, the ripple effects will be massive. A strong Iraqi economy means stability for the entire region. It opens new trade opportunities, new partnerships, and new levels of cooperation. It reshapes alliances. It shifts energy markets, and it redefines Iraq's role in the global economy. This is why the news is so electrifying. It's not just a local currency story. It's a global economic story with regional and international consequences. And now, for the first time, we have official confirmation that it's happening. All of the factions that needed to be on board, political, financial, international, have aligned. That's why Baghdad felt confident enough to make this announcement. It's the final sign that the reform process has passed the point of no return. So as we stand on the edge of this monumental change, remember, this is more than just a rate adjustment. This is an economic rebirth. Iraq is stepping into its rightful place as a central player on the world stage. And for citizens and investors alike, this moment will redefine what it means to hold the Iraqi dinar. And that, folks, is why this news is sending shockwaves across the globe.